I didn't even give him the massage. I did not give him the massage, okay? I wasn't intended to. But then with different events happening on a boat, unfortunately, exactly that time, everybody was asked to go to their own cabins. And it was exactly when I was there.
So you're saying the scene that we saw where you're on top of him, giving him the massage, it's made to look like, it makes it look like you are giving him an unwanted massage and the producers had to come in and pull you off.
Yeah.
Whereas you're saying that's not why they pulled you off. They pulled you off because the incident with Luke and Margot had just happened and producers wanted to lock down everyone in their cabins.
Yes, because they had to get Luke out the boat. Nobody's supposed to know that or see it.
Right.
So everybody was in, and we were like, what's happening? Like, is there some problem? Is there some surprise coming? Or no, electricity is not there? Like, we had no idea.
Right.
It was just unfortunate that I was exactly that time in Adam's cabin. And he did want that massage, okay? I just didn't give it to him. Right. So I was all put in, like, totally different. And I was watching, I was like, did that really happen?
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting to look back. And also, you guys, admittedly so with everyone, was drinking amounts that are not necessarily normal on a daily basis. So everyone's, their actions were a little different maybe than how they would have been.
That, yes. But also, when you're so overworked and stressed and you feel different with cameras around, that amount in a normal day, which is okay for you, the same amount in that situation is too much. So it's not that we were drinking way more, that we're drinking let's drink all we can drink. No, it was the same amount, like maybe 2 cocktails, 3 cocktails. You're in constant stress. You cannot be yourself like completely the whole time because you do have the cameras on. You kind of think all the time, like little bit, like how do you come across what you say and all these kind of things. And plus, we don't sleep much. You saw sometimes I went to cabin at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock and in the morning we're there for breakfast service. So we are like overworked, tired. Sometimes I would eat breakfast and not eat until night. So it's like all your bodies just like work differently. And then even that one cocktail for you hits like this.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, let's talk about the shower scene with Luke. That was made to look like you guys went into the shower. You had decided to make out with him that night. Everybody had sort of switched partners a little bit. He first had liked Margot, then all of a sudden she wasn't giving him the affection he wanted, so he was taking it from you, and you guys go into the shower. I think it's edited to look like you guys had sex.
Yeah, now it's a big regret to both of us that we didn't, because everybody think that we did anyways. So, yeah, but no, we didn't.
You did not?
We did kiss.
And that was it?
And it was like 2 minutes or something. I went there to ask him something while we were going. I don't know what it was, but I know, in my onesie bikini thing. Yeah, that's it.
So it was nothing scandalous?
No,
unfortunately. Okay.
So
but, then they edit it to show how you get in bed with him and you sleep with him that night and you came out of the cabin the next morning. Nothing happened.
No, we just hugged. You know, when you're like away from everyone, you want kind of that affection. It's not always romantic or sexual. And we're like, oh, let's like cuddle. We cuddled, and it felt so nice to not sleep alone, when you have that. You're away from everyone. We know these people like for short amount of time, it's not your real friends or family. And then you get someone close with someone, you want that someone to be close. I don't know, watch a movie or like, I don't know, something,
I understand.
That cuddle at night was just...
It was innocent.
So lovely and nice. Very innocent, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I get that. So it's interesting so far how you've been explaining things that we have watched that seem so different than what your reality of it was.
Imagine me watching it.
Yeah. One thing that they seemed to harp on a lot was how long it took you to get ready, or you were late and you were tired and you were asking Aisha for extra time off or to switch schedules. Let's talk about that.
Okay, I guess it's finally time to talk about it, because I was not sure I want to talk about it. But I think it's time. So I found out I was pregnant on the second day of the show, and I was in shock. That was first pregnancy for me. It was a big shock. I thought I have UTI and I had antibiotics. And it didn't help. And I spoke with the nurse of the show. She gave me a test, and then I see this positive. And I was like, you imagine that shock. And I'm in the bathroom. Outside there's camera waiting for me, and I'm like in shock and crying, and I need to go be with guests.
So you're telling me that the show was actually filming, and
While I was finding it out, and
while
I was
you
in
were
the
finding out.
bathroom, and I was like, I need a few minutes to understand what's happening, you know? We're not supposed to touch each other, but I thought this time is like, I need to talk with Aisha. I said, can we talk without cameras? And she asked the cameras, she said, yes, okay. And I told her what's happening, because I thought like, she will be the one who can support me the most. She's like, oh, I sent my stew for, I don't know, a break. Because she knows what's happening with me.
Yeah.
So she would be the one who would have all the rights to know it. And I thought also for my protection that it doesn't, because I really didn't want someone to find out about it. So I told her for this reason, and now it was turned completely different. That was hurtful, actually. That was more hurtful than all the other things, because they knew what's happening, and the production also knew, because I did go to hospital twice. And of course, I asked them not to show it because I didn't want to explain what's happening. But everybody knew I was in hospital, and they brought me to hospital. So they knew. And then they make it look that I am a long time in the bathroom. Maybe I'm like having a miscarriage that time, you know, and I'm bleeding when I need like 20 minutes just to put myself together to go and dance for this guest, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you handle that situation? Did you decide you wanted to have the baby and leave the show? Did you decide how did that plan out?
It wasn't the time to have the baby. And I decided to not have it. And we had already appointment for that.
So the crew helped you make an appointment?
It was the nurse of the boat.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And she helped you decide that week.
Yeah.
Did anyone give you any counseling on
No.
on any of this? I mean, that must have been so much. You said it's the first time you've ever been pregnant.
I was in a really big shock. You cannot even imagine. And I felt so bad. I had all the symptoms you can imagine. I had like the sinus, and I had the morning sickness, and I have bloating, and I'm feeling nauseous. It's like everything you could imagine. And I had to pretend the whole time that I'm good.